Father accused of killing 4 children and torturing his wife.
The now 19-year-old is charged with killing 5 family members with his older brother, Robert.
Her husband, Scott, was later sentenced to death for her murder and her unborn son.
Crimes are always notorious, but some criminals are so dangerous because they killed their own families. See these cases. We are sure you will be spellbound to know about them. Gregory Green. On September 21st, 2016, Gregory Green attacked his ex-wife, Faith Green, and fired her in the foot. She said she was tied down and had her wrist shackled with zip ties as she witnessed her husband shoot her elder children in the head. Then he used carbon monoxide to poison the younger girls. That day, he killed his own blood, Kaylee Green, 4, and Coy Green, 5, and his stepchildren Kara Allen, 17, and Chadney Allen, 19. Justice will come when you burn in hell for all eternity for murdering 4 innocent children, Faith Green said. It is not one day that goes by I don't think of my girls. I pray that God will be with Chadney and Kara. I feel bad about how this has deeply impacted everyone. May God help them, help me, help us all. This is what the offender said once he got sentenced. He is acting as if he is a believer in God. What on earth is this? What might have made him do such a heartless crime then? Gregory Green, who served at Detroit Metro Airport, was sentenced to 47 to 102 years in jail. He won't be free until he's 97. Good for the rest of society. In 1991, Gregory Green spent 16 years in prison for the slaying of his first wife, Tanya, who was pregnant at the time. In that case, he claimed insanity and was forced to undergo a mental examination. Faith has certain memory problems and other trauma related to this event. She said how she wished to be killed at that moment. We see Green was never a normal person. In fact, he is deadly dangerous because he planned the murder of his own children, and he did it. Scott Peterson. A California judge sentenced Scott Peterson to life in prison with no parole for the brutal murders of his wife and unborn child in August 2020. The pregnant lady was found missing on December 24, 2002. Later, their bodies were found separately in April 2003. Peterson, 49, was found guilty in 2004 of killing his wife Lacey and their unborn son Connor. Peterson was sentenced to death at first, the best decision, we would say, but there are rules and laws. The California Supreme Court overturned Peterson's death sentence, saying the possible jurors were wrongfully rejected, in part because they stated general objections to the death penalty on a survey. Hence, Judge Anne-Christine Masulo sentenced Peterson to a life sentence in prison without the chance of parole for the first-degree murder and an additional 15-year-to-life sentence for the second-degree murder of Connor. Do you think this was enough for the denial of the right to life and the right to be born? Peterson always tried his best to show his fake innocence, but it was the strong evidence that made the judge order his sentence. He wanted to make it clear that there is no way he could have possibly harmed Lacey and Connor, said attorney Pat Harris, supporting Peterson. Lacey and Connor will always be dead, and you will always be their murderer, said her mother, Sharon Rocha. Peterson was having a secret affair with massage therapist Amber Fry. Maybe that made him kill his wife and unborn child. Beaver Brothers. An Oklahoma youngster was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole for fatally stabbing his parents and 3 of his siblings. Michael was 15 years old when the killings occurred. In 2016, his older brother Robert Beaver pled guilty to the killings and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of release. The attack was survived by 2 sisters. The judge condemned Michael to 5 consecutive life sentences of 45 years each, plus 28 years for the assault. He will soon be eligible for parole, but only after serving 85% of his more than 200-year sentence. Robert Beaver, a guy from Broken Arrow spending life in prison for the murder of 5 family members, attempted to harm 2 staff members at Joseph Harp Correctional Center in July. Robert was then taken to the clinic for further examinations. These brothers' motivation was unbelievable. They desired that articles be written about them. They desired to be feared. They desired to murder 500 people, believing that doing so would elevate them to the status of gods. As a result, on the night of July 22, 2015, they pulled knives from their hoard and attempted to murder each of the 7 other members of their Broken Arrow, Oklahoma family. It wasn't like it was on the TV. You cut them once and they die, one of them said to the police. How was it? If you liked this video, give it a huge thumbs up, and we need to hear from you what you feel after seeing all these inhumane cases. Let us know in the comment section. More such interesting videos are coming. Stay tuned. Bye.